Dark, man. Huh? Had to turn the light on there, brother.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a glimmer of hope for your Dallas Cowboys.
Mm, mm. Yeah, pretty much, man.
We're
Kind of like,
recording.
I know, kind of like the Miami Dolphins, 1-2, same
Hey,
record.
hey, shut the
But
fuck up, man.
the
You
thing
keep
is,
my teams, you keep my
the
team's
thing that
name
is so
out of
much
your
better,
fucking
thing
mouth.
that's so much better. We know what we have in Dak Prescott. You're on your third quarterback, man. So you don't know yet. Skyler wasn't it.
He ain't gonna be it, and neither is Huntley. He ain't gonna be it either. They're just buying time. It's
Tannehill.
yeah.
I
No,
called it.
it's
Tannehill.
it's
He's
gonna be
coming back to
next season.
Miami.
It's gonna be next season. This fucking season's already a wash.
Mm.
Everything they had planned revolved around fucking Tua, Waddle, Hill, maybe a couple of them like spending 2-3 weeks down on the IR or whatever. Not IR, but anyway, we're getting off topic. Welcome back, everyone. It's Zip. I'm the Mac, and this is week motherfucking 4. Jimmy,
I'm drunk and high, man. Yeah, look.
me too. Me
This is gonna
too.
be a fun episode. I tell you that,
Yeah.
John Boy.
I think we need to start out at the beginning and let's just go ahead and point out that I have been right about this man right here and then this man right
Yeah,
here
yeah, you called it.
2 weeks in
I
a
wanted to
row.
celebrate you, not so much for the first one, but the second one. You said it, and I was over there last week giving that man shit. It's like, man, I remember Andy Dalton that played for Dallas.
I'm telling you, it's Bryce Young. It's not, it's it's
It
it's
is.
Bryce Young.
It has to be. It has
Yeah.
to be. Like, there's no other argument. It has to be, man.
The
Like
only
this dude
other
was getting 86 yards. This guy came in last time he was in a live game. Think about it, John Boy. Last time he was in a live game, it's like a year and a half ago, and he came in.
Andy Dalton threw. I got the stats. I wrote them down. I did a little bit of research
Come
too,
on,
Jimmy.
come on.
26 completions for 319 yards, 3 TDs, no turnovers.
Nope.
Okay. Bryce Young, the past previous 2 games, 31 completions for only 245 yards. And his only TD was a rushing TD, which I'm probably sure if I looked it up, it was probably a scramble or something like that.
A
Because
mistake.
yeah, of a broken play kind of
Yeah.
thing. Um, and that's the best he's done all season. Granted, it's only been 2 games, but that's your number one pick. That's somebody who you've had throughout the entire preseason. You've had the what the fuck, dude?
It's
I'm,
two
I'm high
preseasons.
too.
No,
Yeah,
but like it's two
you've had
preseasons.
you've
Yeah.
had more than enough
Yeah.
time to
Solid
scheme
year.
and set up an offense for this guy to at least put him in a position to be better than what he was.
Mhm.
And for him to just shit the bed 2 games in a row, and then Andy Dalton coming off the bench. Granted, I mean, you could argue that ever since he left Cincinnati or got benched or
Yeah.
whatever the hell happened, what was it, an injury?
Well, no,
That
he got a shoulder injury, man,
yeah,
when he
yeah,
played for Cincinnati and he
that's
got
what it was.
benched.
Because
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
happens to quarterbacks in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then he ends up being the the backup,
Hmm.
but the good backup. He was what who was that guy that won it for Philly?
Foles. You're
Yeah.
talking about Foles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the next Foles.
Yeah.
I but even though they kind of played at the same time, but that's the kind of way I see Andy Dalton now. He's
Yeah.
like he's going to give you probably 2 or 3 games out
Mhm.
of a span of probably 5 if you don't get somebody better in that. He's going to give
I
you
think they
three.
stick with him.
Yeah, they're going
I
to, but
think they're going to stick with him
he's not going
year
to
out.
he's not going to produce the way he is because when something the way I see it is the way something like that happens when that benching happens
Mhm.
that defense that's going up them or going up against Carolina doesn't change their scheme really that
Mhm,
much. They're like, look, it went from Bryce Young, a young, spry quarterback, which
mhm,
we had to worry about maybe running, maybe, to old ass Andy Dalton. No, if anything, let's blitz more.
mhm.
And
Right.
so I'm trying to make an argument like on the other side, like you don't really have to change that much. So when he comes in there and just like it shouldn't be that big of a surprise, but sometimes it is.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Like for like the next, he's gonna give you 2 or 3 games. That's it this season, and then he's gonna be shit. And he's gonna go back on the bench and get traded again and maybe be a backup somewhere else and maybe do this again
I,
next year.
I don't think so. Like,
No,
let me explain my version why I feel that way. So, like, I seen the Andy Dalton, like the Andy Dalton I knew after Cincinnati when he got hurt. Like, he was a dink and dunk. Like, he's throwing that bitch 5, 6, 7 yards, and he's not launching it down the field. What you saw yesterday, that man was launching that down the field. Like, he was having 20+ yard passes. And that's the Andy I saw in Cincinnati. That's the one I saw in Cincinnati, the Red
but
Rocket.
does does that mean that the offensive coordinator was like, who was he backing up to at the time? Was the quarterback that he was backing up to a deep ball thrower, and they were like, look,
Yeah.
we don't want Andy Dalton to be dumping these deep passes and throwing interceptions. So we're gonna run a 2 minute offense pretty much, the most basic offense throughout the entire game because we don't have time to
No, it
create all.
was it was the Dallas's passing game. Jason Garrett, Kellen Moore, because they're the same people. They,
Yeah.
they they followed under each other. Like Kellen Moore knows Jason Garrett because he was his coach. So like it's there. It's all about the long ball, and that's what Dallas was built off of. But they changed that to suit this man because like if he threw it past like 15 yards, he couldn't even touch 20 yards. 15 yards, it was so inaccurate that like it was he just couldn't do it. That's why I was dink and dunk like as a cowboy. That guy showed me something that I have not seen. And it's crazy because Carolina was built off of mobile quarterbacks. So they're not built off of the long passes. They were all about the dink and dunks. He went the opposite
Dude,
way. And that dude lit it up.
that
The dude
game,
like 7 passes, 8 passes that he did not correct like
I,
connect on.
I had
Like
so much
that's
fun.
insane. That's
I had
insane,
so
man.
much fun watching that game. I was
Yeah.
like, because I was hoping, I
I was
was
like, fucking
praying.
shit, Johnny knows it. I was like, fucking hey, I was like, this motherfucker, right here, he did it.
Like, oh, he's only proven it to
Yeah,
me the next week. I don't even have to wait. Wait, they go up against who did they go to Cincinnati
he's
next
gonna
week.
light it up, man. He's
You
gonna have the
think?
best game of his career.
You
Cincinnati is not Cincinnati,
so you're
even
saying
with the
right?
weapons, man.
You're gonna
Like,
say Andy Dalton's gonna throw for more than 320 yards against Cincinnati?
so this is the crazy part. This is like people ain't celebrating enough, man, because yeah, it's Andy Dalton, but he was the second quarterback. I think I don't even think there's 5 quarterbacks that threw for 300 yards this season in 3 weeks. Like they haven't.
I
This
can't.
dude came out.
I
This dude
know.
came
Well,
out his
Aaron
first game.
Rodgers wasn't one.
Yeah, his first game and threw 319 yards. I'm telling you, man. Like you, if you Google it, like there's no quarterback, like 5 quarterbacks that threw over 300 yards in 3 weeks. He was one of them.
The
That's the
only
crazy shit, man.
the only
That's the
arg
crazy.
the only argument you can make for Andy Dalton is, well, yeah, he's a career backup. He's
Mhm,
built now to come off the bench and do that.
mhm.
And that's the only argument you got, and that is a weak fucking argument. So you telling me that because a man stays fucking ready to
No,
play the
man.
goddamn game at any point, you have to shit on him for it? Like, no, dude, like, look, he doesn't for some reason during or maybe it's money situation because we're gonna give Bryce Young another chance, even though Andy Dalton looks better in the fucking preseason. We still have to, push the other kid up there. So and I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm saying that could have been the situation. And then all of a sudden, Of course, Bryce gets benched, Dalton comes in, and they explode.
Explode.
I don't
They
know.
haven't even
I don't
opened
know.
up the run game yet, man.
No,
They haven't
no.
even opened up the run game.
With
Like because of
Hubba
the
Bubba
quarterback,
Chubba Hubbard.
they're going to have a run game, man. They're going to have
Yeah,
a run game. And the crazy
dude.
shit is, like you also, I don't know if you noticed, but you said last week, you remember we talked about fucking if a team benched you, would you stay on the team?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it last week. Well, they benched fucking Young, and they had teams come out the woods. Like, I'll go ahead and trade for him. And Carolina was like, no, he's just going to sit behind the quarterback and learn the system. So I think, but what I think is going to happen,
Good for them.
I think what's going to happen, they're going to sit him because he's on a rookie contract. The rest of this year, no matter what, learn behind this quarterback, and then he's going to have the job back next year. But I
That
think
would
Andy's about to go off, man, because he's working for a contract. This dude
and
got 2 years left,
and
maybe three.
that and
You
that
know,
right there, what you just said would probably be the best situation
I
that
think that's
Bryce
going to
Young,
happen, man.
and it would be the best situation for that young quarterback to be in, even though it sucks. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, you're taking flack from
It should have
God
started
knows
that way,
what.
man. I don't
But
believe in starting a rookie quarterback.
no,
I don't believe
there's a good argument to be made, and this argument will be made in a later
it.
episode when we bring Ferg on because
Yeah,
he's like a
yeah,
fucking hot point on this about quarterbacks that sit behind, or that get drafted and then sit behind Hall of Famers, or what ends up being a Hall of Famer quarterback, like how much better they do in the long run. They're not just a flash in the fucking pan,
oh,
like Deshaun
long
Watson.
run, longevity. Yeah,
Deshaun Watson flash in the fucking pan,
yeah.
stuff like that. In the long
We're
run,
talking
they
about
become
Steve Young, Montana. We're talking
yeah,
about Favre, you
and
know,
Rogers,
Rogers. Like
yeah,
this is what we're talking about. Like you have to sit. Like I can even say Tony Romo because he sat behind Bledsoe. You know what I mean? Like until he
Tom
sold his job.
Brady. Tom
Yeah,
Brady also sat
same
behind
thing. Sat behind
Bledsoe,
Bledsoe.
and
Fucking dude
he
knows how
had
to get fired. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to get fired. He's like, fuck it. You
hold
know
on.
what?
He lost his job in New England, because he got hurt.
Mm.
That's when Tom Brady came in.
Yeah,
But
same thing.
he does say in that little whatever, that testimonial or
Yeah.
shit, I don't know, I saw it on ESPN 30, that Bledsoe spoke way more highly of Tom Brady
Brady.
than he
Yeah.
did of Tony
He
Romo.
said Romo knew everything, but the reason is why. Let me explain something. Like he got hurt. Brady took his job. Romo took his job because he was fucking horrible and he hated Romo. And like Romo was like, I'm not taking advice from you because I sat on the bench for 4 years. Like, like he sat on the bench for almost 4 years, man. Like that man sat on the bench, undrafted. Like maybe 3 years. He came in his fourth year. Like, like Bledsoe, I can understand that because the only thing Bledsoe know, I hate Bledsoe. That's why I'm talking shit. Only thing he's good at is losing his fucking job.
Can can
Losing his fucking job, man.
can you
That's all he's good
answer
at.
can you answer me one question though about Romo? About him sitting as a backup quarterback for 4 years on the Dallas Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
is how in the fuck after 4 years of
It
never
wasn't even four. It's probably
fumble.
like 2.5, 3 years.
Okay, two and a half,
Two
whatever.
to 3 years. Yeah.
I'm using your words. After how many seasons? We'll give it two.
Mm-hmm.
2 seasons as a backup quarterback, and a backup quarterback usually holds all place kicks. So that's a lot of experience that you become the starter and then decide that you're gonna fuck it up at the most pivotal moment. Your job that you had done for 2 seasons, you said 2 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and never fumbled that I know of a snap as a placeholder for the
Yeah.
kicker. And
Mm-hmm.
then that little sign where, that not the sign, but like that picture where it looks like he shit his pants on the 1 yard line. I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, you want to point that out?
Bledsoe
Yeah.
never did that.
No, he never did that, but he never had the numbers in less years than Romo did. He never had the numbers, man.
Okay,
All
but
time leading franchise records of Dallas Cowboys. This is Aikman.
he still didn't.
This is Danny White. This is
He still.
Staubach.
He
Has
still.
all the franchise records. He don't
He
have
still.
Super Bowls. If
He,
his numbers were
he,
any other player, like any other player, and he was on any other team, he'll be a second, third ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, oh yeah,
But
okay.
because he's a Cowboy, he won't.
Are you done licking his butt?
Dude, like,
I'm just saying, hold on. You didn't explain as to how, after 2 seasons of being that placeholder and kick that the guy that holds the ball for the kicker.
and he fumbled it against
Yeah,
Seattle. I know what game you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
The
he
same
didn't.
game that two offensive linemen said that wasn't our ball and it was all down.
Well, he was he was
They
he
said
was
it, man.
he was a starting quarterback at that time. I give it to him, but and they were like, and that I remember that was a point of contention. They're like, why is your starting quarterback in there as a placeholder? And then like John Madden was like, well, he's
2
been there.
years.
Yeah,
Like that's where
yeah,
the backup the thing about the NFL, the backup quarterback is always the placeholder.
exactly.
That's the backup quarterback.
So that was
They
his
don't have a
job.
position for that.
So that was his job for 2 seasons, and he never fucked it up. But then he becomes the starting quarterback, and then he fucks up the place. I just want to say I'm introducing a conspiracy theory that maybe Tony Romo was like, I am better than this. I am a starter now, motherfucker, and I will fuck this up on purpose so you never put me out here again.
No, man. Fuck no.
You
They
know,
would have won the game with that field goal, man. They lost the game because he is not like, I'm going to fumble this bitch just to prove that I don't want to hold it.
he
He loved
makes
holding it before that. Like he even said, he's like, I love it.
exactly.
He's like, I love it.
Exactly. Exactly. But then they put him in there as a starter. That's like a fuck you. Like, no, that's the backup's job. Hold on, Jimmy. Let me
I
get it
know. I
out.
understand. I hear
It,
what you're saying. I
it's a
hear what you're saying,
conspiracy
my
theory
brother.
I'm trying to
Yeah, yeah.
introduce.
I
Like
hear what
I'm
you're
saying,
saying.
I think Tony Romo fucked that up on purpose to send a message to Jerry Jones that I'm better than this. You put a backup in here to do this job. I'm your starter now. And then he thought he was that good that he's like, we'll just come back next season with the team we got and we'll go to the playoffs and everything.
No, man. I don't know. Like you play sports, would you do it? You're competitive. Like,
Dude,
would you? Even if
I'm
somebody fucks you, like
yeah,
I would.
yeah.
I would more so that you should have put me here earlier. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Like I wouldn't. Like
Jimmy,
I don't want to give him ammunition. You
Jimmy,
know. But yeah, man, I understand the conspiracy theory. You know,
I'm Irish. I hold
it's
a
okay.
grudge. I would, in a fucking instant, do that to somebody just to prove a fucking point. Especially if I was comfortable where I was at. Like right now, I'm comfortable saying whatever the fuck because
I
I'm
am too.
retired and we have
Look,
this.
look,
This
look.
is our shit.
I'm
But
semi-retired.
yeah.
You know, like I'm
So I'm
semi-retired. That's
happy
how I
to
feel about it.
yeah. I think I'm just
God, my
saying
eyes are
it
so
would be a
small.
fun topic to look at like how many holds he had taken before that he had messed up. And it's
It
I'm
was
just
just
saying
crazy, man.
it it could
That's
it
the
could
Tony
be
Romo curse, though, man. Like he
mhm,
does it, man. Like he does it.
like turning
Pivotal,
the ball over in the fourth
pivotal
quarter.
moments. He except like the expression. He fumbles it, man. Like
Tur-
he like some
he
way somehow he fumbles it.
he turns it over in the fourth quarter. It's what he does. It's what he does.
It's
All right, man.
oxymoron. All right, we're going somewhere else.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's
All right,
get you want to talk about some games. You sent me a message before.
all
We
right.
just talked about the Panthers game. So we'll get off that one. Next one, San Francisco at Rams. This is what happened week 4. We're recapping. Uh, so what the fuck was both teams, both teams had quarterbacks without their weapons. And the Rams pull off the win. What are your thoughts, Jimmy?
San Fran's hurt. You talking about San Fran?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're hurt. They're hurt,
both
man. They got
both
so many people hurt.
the the Rams don't have their offensive players either.
I'm thinking it isn't the offense. I'm thinking it's more so the defense because the offense is still doing it, man. Like Purdy, like right now in quarterbacks, one of the top quarterbacks. He's averaging 280 yards a game. You know what I mean? They got a running back
I'm
that's second in the league right now rushing. You know what I
I'm
mean? I think it's the defense, man.
yet I think Purdy
I think it's
is
defense.
coming. Purdy is coming up, but I'm still not sold on him being anything over maybe one step being okay. This last game against the Rams
Okay.
showed me that he could be more than a game manager
Yes.
because he did what he did without
With
those
nothing.
offensive weapons.
Nothing.
But
Backups.
the Rams on the other side did the same and
Mhm.
came out with the win. So you like you were saying, like I think it's a defensive nature because
I think it's a
yeah,
defense is like
again, I
struggling.
think both offensive coordinators come out of that game looking like, hey, we did what we could. It was
Yeah.
the defense that fucked that up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that
Because the
was my
offense looks it's so crazy, man. It's so crazy because I'm like, Debo's out, McCaffrey's out. You know, your best player is a running back nobody heard of, first year in the league, and then your new receiver is a guy like who's Jennings, man? You ever heard of that guy?
yeah,
Like,
I knew isn't he from Michigan or something? I don't
I don't
know.
know where he's from,
I'm
man.
making
Like,
that
I'm,
shit
I'm gonna
up,
be honest with you, man. Like,
ripping
I
that
didn't
one out
know
of my
anything
ass.
about him. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't know anything about him.
No, I've
Yeah,
I've he's been on my radar, I think, just because of fantasy
yeah.
football, but I did not expect I expected more from Ayuk. I don't even did he even
Oh, he's
play
from
last
Tennessee.
week?
He was from Tennessee.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Whatever. I still hate the Volunteers. They can volunteer to lick my balls. Uh, but yeah, the I don't know. So that game is the defensive
Mhm,
measures, but the San Francisco 49ers are supposed to have the better defense, are they
mhm.
not?
They're
So
not, man.
what happened there?
I don't know.
How does a Rams team without their weapons beat San Francisco? It's not like they have to you can't blame it on travel.
Hmm.
It's right up the fucking road. I
Yeah.
mean, a short, helicopter, don't fly in a helicopter. Harley. Uh
Don't do it, man.
yeah,
You
don't
gonna
do
get
that.
banned.
No, whatever, dude. Nobody's paying attention anymore. We're like 30
Yeah,
minutes into rants.
yeah.
But the Rams pull off that win. So are the 49ers in way more are you as a Dallas Cowboys fan uh more happy not happy just a little bit more comfortable about that upcoming game against San Francisco and you're not
No,
because you
because San Francisco, like over the years, if you looked at it, man, the last couple of years, San Francisco has runs where they just don't look good, whether it's offense or defense. They just don't look good. And then when it's crunch time, like October ball, they start playing, man, and they make it in the playoffs, and people start talking crazy about them, and they make it past second round, they lose. You know, I mean, that's San Fran. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like, I don't like you can't count them out. Like, I think they're still gonna have a high caliber team in the playoffs. They're gonna be in the playoffs.
San Francisco.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the playoffs. The
All right.
Rams, it's hit and miss, man. Can they get past the Lions? Like that, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't. But San Fran is proving that they can get by both in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
So, like San Fran is a better team in the second part of the season. You know, like it's just always been proven the last couple of years. People were like, look at them, they got the funk,
And
and they 7 game win streak. You know, like
and also it almost looks like a script playing out that they're
mhm,
hurt early and then they're gonna
yeah,
come back one by one. Like Tebow's gonna come back.
rested, man. They're gonna be
Kittle's
rested.
gonna come back.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, like I said, McCaffrey will come back and he'll have like two or three good hot games at
Mhm.
the end of the season, and then he's done for the rest of his
I
life.
don't think they're gonna
Uh,
need to bring him back because that running back right now, man, he's a rookie, and John Boy, he's number 2 in
if
the
they
league
keep
for rushing
if they keep that
behind Barkley.
offense, if they keep the
You know,
offensive line healthy, yeah, they don't need to bring
they don't
McCaffrey
don't
back
bring him back. I wouldn't.
anytime soon.
If
Yeah.
I bring him back, it'll probably be in the playoffs.
Or for
Yeah,
a playoff
yeah,
run if you
yeah,
find
yeah.
yourself in a position where you
Well, you have
need,
to, yeah. But
yeah.
like, no matter what, like playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, but it's crazy. Like you're talking about, like San Francisco. We're talking about playoffs. You
Playoffs?
have you have so many
Playoffs?
teams right now. Like this is we're in the fourth week, obviously starting tonight with mine. We're not talking about that. But starting tonight, we're in the fourth
Oh
week.
no, we're getting to that because
We're not.
that was
We'll
one of
get
the
there, but let's not ruin the night by talking about that right now. You know what I mean? Because I already know. Like, but what I'm saying is, you look at week 3, and you look at the playoff teams last year, right? About I think it's 7 of them won one game, man. Like, seriously, like,
so
yeah.
are you saying that teams are maybe diving early
I
to
don't know what's
keep their
going
play?
on, dude. Like, dude, like we have never seen where like the quarterback play is not fucking here. Like, when's the last time we've been in the third week where we haven't had multiple quarterbacks? Like, it's easier to count the quarterbacks that threw for 300 yards than is that haven't. You know what I mean? We've never seen this. And then you got like 7 teams. Like, think about it like this, man. You got the Cowboys, playoff team last year. You had the Rams, playoff team last year. Browns, Ravens, Dolphins, Bengals, San Fran. What they all have in common?
Playoff teams
One of
last year.
those teams haven't even won a game yet. The rest of them just won. Like, how crazy is that, man? What is football? What's going on? Is defenses getting that good? Is it the preseason because these quarterbacks ain't playing? The starters ain't playing preseason games. Like what's going on? Like, it don't make any sense. It don't make any sense to me. Like, it's
I
crazy.
think the pothead in me is
Oh,
gonna go conspiracy theory
oh
about
shit.
like
We done
they're
did it.
just it's all about the money. Follow the bag, baby. Good scouting reveals like good over unders. There, dude, the house always wins. Like you, the Dallas is supposed to have a great defense,
Yeah.
so everyone puts their money on the first 2, 3 fucking
Mhm.
weeks. It only matters. It only matters for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they get their money's worth, and then they switch it over and they get ESPN to be talking about another defense. Like, oh my God, all of a sudden, Sunshine over there in Jacksonville can't make a fucking touchdowns because he sucks. And now the defense is now stepping up with fucking veteran linebacker and rookie linebacker from Utah State. Just dudes nobody's ever heard of now all of a sudden getting fucking sacks, just completely changing the numbers. People are betting the other way. I'm just saying the NFL's a money scheme and I love it. I'm just happy I'm not losing money about it. And that's my conspiracy theory.
My man.
Sorry.
My man.
How could it not be? I mean, Jimmy, we got people giving us information and asking us to give our money based on their information. We don't know them. We don't know who the fuck they're working for. They're definitely not working for me. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy that those numbers that's telling me that San Francisco is gonna win by 4.5, that they don't care about whether or not I win that. No, they want to take my money. I'm fucking high as shit.
I see, brother.
Okay.
Like, we're
All
going
right.
like we're going
Let's
straight
be,
conspiracy. That y'all tonight is about conspiracy theories.
dude, I'm letting my freak
Let's talk
flag
about how
fly.
the moon landing wasn't
Yeah,
real.
yeah. No, no, we're not, Mr. California. We're getting back into the 49ers stuff now.
Get back into football, brother.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna digress. We're gonna get back to dude, we haven't even recapped our last week. Baltimore at Dallas. Dak throws 51 fucking times, has a great fucking game, still
No, he
loses.
doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, his numbers fool you, man. He doesn't.
So, okay, convince me. How does Dak not have a good game?
Because for the first 3 quarters, it was a Cowboy field goal game, field goals. Dak didn't start get. Dak didn't start scoring touchdowns and throwing for yardage. The majority of his yardage came in the fourth quarter. The
Bro,
end of the third, started fourth.
okay.
That's when it came, and his touchdowns came then. Like, the first 3 quarters. It was not that. It was not that. My kicker
Okay.
got me 17 points in fantasy league because that's why. The first three quarters were field goals.
So Jimmy, let me tell you this. Like maybe those first couple quarters, that first half, maybe it's a game of chess. It's that
No,
offensive coordinator.
bro. Like,
Hold on. Let me fucking
go
get it
ahead,
out
man.
there.
I,
Like, but there's still Dak is still moving the ball far enough down the field so that your kicker, which Dallas for the past like how many 6, 7 seasons has been immaculate with drafting these goddamn guys.
kickers.
And
You
this
gotta get
Aubrey guy
since
is
Bailey.
a fucking monster. You know what he said? Aubrey, he says like, I don't even care. I don't want them to tell me how far it is. They
Nope. I
just
just want to kick
want
it.
them, yeah, just tell me to go out there and kick it. He's like, I'm gonna try and hit
I
it.
told you, man. In
He's hitting
practice at the start,
70. He's hitting 70 plus
dude. I'm telling.
yarders.
At practice. At practice. That was this man's doing. Like
And
that's his warm up. That's his warm up.
practice,
He does. He
practice.
does. He fucking the motherfucker kicking 70-yard field goals at the start.
Yeah.
You know, our practice facility, like
Yeah.
70 yards, and it's not short. Like he
No.
probably kick a 72, 73 yard.
Yeah.
Like this dude is
But
fucking
you
insane with
also
his
you
legs,
have to
bro.
take into effect that you got defensive linemen that jump up and to set angle. I'm just
Dude
saying
kick,
that yeah, he's a hell of a kicker. But what I'm saying is, I think that maybe that game, that was Baltimore Dallas. That was a
bro.
huge game for both of those teams. That maybe it really was a chess match in that first half of the game, and
But
Dak got them close enough. Aubrey kept them in because Baltimore wasn't doing any better against Dallas. Okay.
dude, they ran like the Ravens were running on us, man. They ran for almost 300 yards on us. Like they were fucking destroying us. They were fucking destroying us.
Okay.
Like
So
like Lamar Jackson did not have to pass the ball. He had like 160 yards. They had they had quarterback rushing yards. This dude, they like almost 300 yards. They fucking did on us. Dak Prescott came out. Now I talk about the field goals in the first three quarters. They also were punts in there. So like it wasn't just that they were going down the field kicking field goals. No, they were giving the ball back. And then Dak went off in the third quarter like he always does. Same thing with the Green Bay. Like fucking in Green Bay game, it was fucking damn near 30 points to 12.
but
And
isn't
then they
that when
came back and it was like, oh, they only lost by 9 points. No,
isn't
man.
if
You
you're
can't
if
play football like that. You
isn't
can't do
that
football like that.
isn't that when you want your quarterback to come on? I mean, if a
No, you want
quarterback
your quarterback to
hold
play
on.
4 quarters. That's
Oh,
what you want.
okay, I give you that. But
Yeah.
if he was to be on or off,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you rather your quarterback to be on in the second half than the first half, right? Because otherwise you're relying on your
All
defense.
right. So, like, what I want from my quarterback is to be consistent.
I
Like,
want
I don't like.
championships.
So, no, no. If you're going to score 30 some points in the fourth quarter, or fucking 21 points in the fourth quarter, I just ask you to spread it along throughout the quarters, so we
Oh,
have a potential to slow down their offense because our offense is on the field. So it slows down their offense and it gives us an opportunity to wear them out and then possibly win the game. But
okay.
because of what fucking like Cowboys do every time, fucking Zimmer's fucking defense I thought so highly of, like, is suspect. This dude almost gave up in 2 games, man. 600 fucking yards in 2 games rushing. Yeah. Well, in the
So,
fucking 2 games,
so
man. 300 yards a game. That's fucking crazy.
talk to me about Dan Quinn then.
Crazy.
Talk to me
What's
about
that?
Dan. Talk to me about Dan Quinn.
Ah, like I love to hate Dan Quinn. I do.
How hasn't he been there and then left and then came back?
No,
Like
man.
is
Like he was our defense coordinator. No, he like
yeah.
he never played for us before he played with us last time. Like
No, he was a coach there, then left and they brought him back, right? It was
no,
no?
uh-uh,
Okay,
no.
I'm off. All right.
But like the dude is a great coach, but he's a typical cowboy man because when it comes down to playoffs, it's like the rest of the whole organization, they fall apart in the playoffs. just like he did. The reason why he's not here right now, and I don't understand how he's a head coach. Like, because any coach that has that debacle in a playoff game against a team that shouldn't even be in the playoffs, and they dominate you.
Yeah.
I mean, let me explain the logic behind it because it goes deeper than that. Last year, Cowboys ran man to man 80% of the season. Every play, that's what they ran. They barely ever ran zone. So what he decided to do, because I guess man wasn't good enough, top 10 defense regular season.
We got to
Like
switch it up, dude, because
he was
the
like,
offense is.
I'm gonna play man, and then gets fucking demolished the first half, and it's like, you know what? It may not have worked the first half, but I think it's gonna work the second half, and
Hey,
stayed with it. Never
hey,
went back to man.
hey, Jimmy, how gay is it to play man defense?
I know, man.
It's pretty fucking gay, man.
But no, man, that's what it is.
All right. Sorry, I had to get us off. I had to get us off that one. Um, Kansas City at Atlanta, dude. I'm gonna just go out and say that Atlanta looks fucking sneaky good. Once dude, they're getting it figured out. They're getting it figured out. They barely lost to Kansas City. They've been winning. I think. I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. The test this week is going to be against New Orleans, but Kamara's out. What do you don't you hate fucking Atlanta. You hate Kansas City.
I don't hate Kansas City.
You do.
I think they're a fucking solid team, good coaching. Like Kansas City, is a good team. They got a great quarterback.
So what do you got
The
against
tight
that?
end's about to retire, but they got a good backup. They got two good running backs that can be starters.
So what do you
Kansas
got
City's a
against?
good team.
So what do you got against Atlanta?
I think Atlanta is Kirk Cousins, man. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna do good. They're all right. So the first game, like the
Oh
first game
God.
that Atlanta lost, they lost their first game, and it was because the fucking coaches weren't playing him to his powers. And his power is he's built off the play action, and he runs out of shotgun. He does not do good on the center. So the whole first game that they had him on the center majority of the time. So that's why he fucking did horrible. In the last two games where he's been lighting it up, like he's been shotgun, play action,
Yeah.
bootlegs, like
You know what? You know why? Because Kirk Cousins is a very Christian man, and he does not like being. He doesn't like having
like touching the
his
ball.
hand. No, 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 no.
You
He
know what
has
the
to go
bullshit.
shotgun. That is per his wife.
Yeah.
And if you watch
No, but
Hard
it makes
Knocks,
sense because he's better. He's better when he's not when he don't have the fucking warm nuts on
nope,
his knuckles. You
yep.
know what I'm saying?
He's like,
That's all
that's
I'm
too close
saying.
to gay. Can't do it. I don't like that. I like from the shotgun.
he's like,
Yeah.
I need awesome.
I'm just
Give it.
that's another one of my
Yeah.
theories. Kirk
But no,
Cousins is
man,
better from the shotgun because he doesn't like his hands against another
I think
man's
the
balls.
Falcons, like seriously, I think like they're gonna be in the playoffs
Dude,
with the NFC.
what place?
The whole NFC changed, man. I'm thinking it's gonna be different teams. I don't believe in the Seahawks. I
Yeah,
don't believe in the
Seahawks is
Seahawks. Like
shit.
but they're 3-0, man. That's the fucking stupid shit. They are three, but they ain't playing anybody. They play Denver.
What? I didn't even know that. How
Yeah,
the
they're
fuck
3-0. They
is
play Denver, Carolina. Like they haven't
Oh,
played
get the
anybody.
fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
so
Okay, yeah.
and that's what I was going to ask you about. That's what I was going to ask you about, man.
Okay, tell
Who do
me.
you feel if you had three teams on offense? Oh no, I'm sorry. Three teams on NFC and three teams in the AFC. You can fucking mix them up. That is pretenders and it's for real. So you just pick three teams. Total of six
Oh.
teams. It don't even matter. Who you think is pretenders and who do you think that's for real?
Well, so you're asking me who in the NFC has a winning record that I think shouldn't have a winning record.
That or who do you believe that
Uh,
has the record and deserves that record? You know what I mean? Like
Oh. my God.
Mhm. You want me to go first? You think about it?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right.
I
So,
what?
go ahead.
Yeah, no, no, no. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right. So like, I'm thinking the fucking pretenders for me are going to be the Steelers, the Seahawks, and maybe because I'm a fucking hater, the fucking Eagles.
You are a hater.
I
You
had to
are a
throw it out
fucking
there.
hater.
I am, but that's
You're
okay.
got Dallas shit in your background. Yeah, you're a fucking
That's
Eagles hater.
okay.
We know
That's
that.
okay. But I did my two real ones, and then I
Okay.
think that who's for real
Yep.
is Vikings, the Chiefs. I think fucking Detroit. I think like if they get it together, I
Dude.
think Detroit. I think Detroit is going to
Okay.
make a deep run in the playoffs, man. I do. I'm just saying
Okay. Okay.
that's
Okay.
my three, like three three pretenders, three real shit.
All right. You want my three pretenders in the fucking the AFC?
Come on.
Okay. Shit.
Mhm.
I think you know what, I'm gonna go on a limb. I think the Jets. I think the Jets are gonna be pretenders. Because I think Miami's gonna figure something out. New England might. Buffalo's gonna fucking just dominate. But I think Aaron Rodgers isn't going to finish this season. And
I think he is though.
I think let me talk, Jimmy.
I'm just saying. I'm just agreeing. I'm just.
I think the Jets are gonna do what the Jets fucking do, and that's gonna fuck their fans. They're gonna fuck everyone and they're gonna collapse. Right now they are looking good, and I think it's not gonna happen again. It's gonna be a collapse. So that's one pretender in the AFC. I have to give three pretenders.
Yep.
My second pretender in the AFC, Indianapolis. Dude,
But nobody expects something from him
I have I have been putting like I my sleeper fucking pick
though. Mhm.
through the entire fantasy was Anthony Richardson,
Oof.
AR-15,
Mm,
and
that
I
hurt.
Michael Pittman Jr. I was looking for that pickup
I see that.
and I got it in
Yeah, I
multiple
see that.
leagues, and he hasn't done shit. I figured this is he's coming off, injury. He's figured it out. They've got it all. This is going to be his year. It'll be his year
Yeah.
next year, is what it's going to be.
Mm,
Pittman Jr. won't be there, but
mm.
AR-15 will.
No,
So
but fucking Pierce, the rookie Pierce, that's gonna be the new Pittman. I'm telling you, man.
yeah, yeah, dude. It's just
I'm telling you, dude, that rookie they got.
Indianapolis is, and that's a shitty fucking division. I mean,
Mm.
Jacksonville's 0-3, Tennessee's 0-3.
Eh,
Jacksonville's gonna figure it out. I think Tennessee's gonna figure it out probably faster than Jacksonville. Houston's probably gonna have an issue on their hands.
I don't think
Indy's
they're.
Indy's gonna drop to the end of the fucking AFC South. Um, my third pretender, AFC West. Um, fuck. There really isn't a pretender there. It's the Chargers, and they suck. Everyone knows they suck. They shouldn't even be 2-1.
Mm.
So the Chiefs are gonna fucking dominate the AFC. Buffalo's gonna be a problem. And that's it. It's gonna be Chiefs and Buffalo again in the AFC. Everyone else is just gonna suck. Baltimore will not figure it out. They'll get better for a couple of
They're gonna be in the
games.
playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
I think
they'll
I
get better.
only like the Chargers, like you're talking about. I think the Chargers is gonna fucking be better than most people expect them to be.
You
That
think?
coach is good, and they got the players, man. They got the players. They just need the coaching. And I like, dude, he's a good coach. He
Mhm,
is. He fucking
mhm.
ran away from the 40, like he ran away from the 49ers because he was like, you remember he was in some shit. And that's what Harbaugh does.
Because he's a
Ohio
midget.
State, everywhere he went, like
That's
something
what
about to
all
happen.
coaches
He's like,
do.
I'm gone, I'm running. every
Whenever they're
time.
in some shit, they
And
run the
but
fuck
he's a
away.
good coach. Like he's a perfect players coach. They love him. Everybody, Michigan, love him. Ohio, love him. San Francisco, love him. Like the dude is a good players coach. And he
But
knows how to
dude,
coach people up.
Jimmy, you
I
could have
think the
just
Chargers is
you
going
could have
like I think
you
they're gonna
could
fucking be. It's gonna be the Chargers or the Chiefs. That's what I think because no AFC. There ain't no other AFC
the
team that's fucking good.
the way you just described that coach could have easily you could have easily been talking to me about a hooker. They're like the Cowboys, they love her. The Chargers, they love her. It's no
No, but they
it's no
like,
different. It's
but they have winning records. Like when I say players coach, these players are playing for him and they are succeeding. Like Super Bowl, San Francisco, fucking national championship, Michigan.
it took a
Almost
while.
national
Took a while. Took
championships
a
when it,
while.
like you know what I mean,
And he
like
cheated.
they play for him. They
And he cheated.
but they play for him, man. That's all I'm saying. Like he's a good coach, man. Like Herbert, like he's like a Rex Grossman. That's what the fuck Herbert
Oh,
is to me.
ooh.
It is,
You
man.
you
Because you
mean
also
you,
he
you mean
makes you
he's a
believe you're gonna do something.
do you mean that he's a
Yeah,
Super Bowl quarterback?
it's
Because that's what sexy Rexy Grossman is.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
a Super Bowl fucking he didn't win it, but he got there.
Exactly what I said. He's a Rex Grossman. Like I can't truly trust him, but he's gonna be good enough
All right.
that your organization is gonna be talked about. You know?
All right, Jay. Can we the another game that was happening that we haven't discussed was the
Oh.
Commanders Bengals game. Did you know that that was the first game since 1940 that no turnovers or punts had happened? Can you can
There's a
you
lot of
imagine
records in that game.
can you imagine fucking having that fantasy football defense? Either one of those defenses, like motherfucker, nobody's doing shit.
Yeah. There's another record that was broken in that game.
What?
Fucking a rookie quarterback that has not thrown an interception yet. Every rookie quarterback in the NFL by now has at least thrown one interception. Daniels did not. Like I don't know if he's the truth or not,
Dude.
but the kid's good, man. The kid is good. The kid is fucking good. Like
I'm gonna go ahead and we'll put this on my little board here that
come on, put it up.
I'm gonna be right about. Jalen Daniels is gonna be a better quarterback and have better statistics or whatever
And Caleb Williams.
than Joe Burrows. Because they're both LSU boys.
Mm.
That they're both LSU boys. Jaden Daniels is going to be a better quarterback in the NFL than Joe Burrows at the very end.
Damn.
Okay, and
Yes.
we may even be seeing it in the next couple years. It
Damn.
maybe not this year.
That's a big jump.
Oh, it's going to
Hey,
happen.
that's a big jump.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Shit. Go on, put it on your board.
Dude, I got my freak flag flying. Notre Dame.
That thing look good, man.
Yeah. I do.
That
You
look
know what?
good.
I got that in fucking high school. Next girlfriend gave it to me. I think. I don't know. It's Notre Dame. All right. Before we go, I wanted to do a new segment, and
Come
this of course is just pure fun. Um, but my buddy Jim Dog Millionaire here,
on. Uh-oh.
uh, out of pure fun again, is going to make
Who
a
did he
bet.
this shit? Oh,
If you
nervous.
had $1 million, Jimmy, to just spend on a game this week, um, which game would it be? And before
Oh,
you answer, I'm gonna go ahead and give I'm not gonna give what's happening tonight. We're recording this on a Thursday. So the Giants Dallas game is tonight. So that one's out of the question because this
yeah.
one wouldn't be up.
Um, I wouldn't
So
bet on that game anyhow because
yeah, you know what? You probably should because my curse transfers and like we said before, if you truly believe, you will fuck it up. So, all right, Jimmy, we have Saints at Falcons with Falcons -2.5. Rams at Bears, Bears -3. Eight. Vikings at Packers, who I don't know if you noticed, but look who I'm wearing. See this
I
shit?
see you.
That's a Jordy Nelson fucking
Damn, that's
jersey.
nice. You know, it's
That's a
just,
Jordy Nelson. Fucking get the shit. Get the fact that they have to put an E in front of it, it should be just
I know it hurts you,
disres.
John Boy, being like,
It,
but it
it
shouldn't hurt you no
hold
more
on,
because you're not a Chicago Bears fan,
dude.
so
No,
it shouldn't really
it
hurt
should
you.
still hurt me
It
because
shouldn't hurt you no more.
I recognize talent, Jimmy, and Walter Payton will always be the best fucking running back
I
in the
mean,
NFL. One can make an argument for
in
fucking
your heart, in
and
your
Barry
heart.
Sanders, but Emmett Smith. Are you fucking serious, dude?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I mean, he
hold on,
has.
hold on. You're wearing a Dallas jersey that says E Smith. Do they really have to put the E on there? They
Yeah,
don't know who that is.
yeah,
They don't
yeah,
know who that is.
yeah.
They just put
This,
what? Just
this,
put Smith.
this is my
The
jersey.
most disgusting thing I've
My
ever seen.
mama got for me
Ew! Don't
in
show me your
Seoul,
little
Korea.
wiener.
You racist? What? You don't like Korean? You don't like Korean jerseys?
No, that's
Man,
where
you
I
talking about
got.
my mom because my
That's
mom got me this jersey.
You know how many Christmas presents I sent
Yeah.
home from Korea
Okay.
that
Okay.
were
But
that
since
were
you're talking about that,
I'm just
like
saying.
I'm not saying that Emmett skill level, technique, all that
Yeah.
was a better running back than either one of those two running backs you're talking about. All I'm saying is that Emmett Smith is an Iron Man, so he was able to continue playing for the years that he played behind a depleted offense his last 4 years in Dallas and still broke the records.
Yeah, because he had so much time not getting hit his first 4 years in
Dude,
Dallas
watch highlight
behind
films,
the
man.
largest
Like
offensive
there has
line.
never like the problem like people don't understand. The
I understand.
strongest stiff arm in the NFL was Emmitt Smith. Secondly, no one man has ever tackled Emmitt Smith. Not one
Derrick
man.
Henry has entered the chat. Fuck off with your stiff arm,
I'm,
Emmett Smith.
who originated that bitch?
That hand was
Look,
just for men, that fucking homo grabbing boo
you could
boos.
say whatever you want to say, man. But my guy got 18,000 rushing yards. Who's gonna break that? Ever, ever. He can say the line or whatever. You can
Me
say
with
all
a
that.
dump
The
truck.
man, the man stayed healthy enough where he didn't get injured. Played through a separated shoulder, and fucking
Oh, shoulder.
ran. I'm drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Ran
Me too.
for almost 200 yards. Fucking in 3 quarters with his fucking shoulder being fucked up.
Jimmy, you've seen
Making
Friday Night
contact.
Lights.
Like
You've seen those movies.
he was like
They
the difference.
they give
Let me
you
tell
the
you,
shot.
dude. Let
You
me tell you the difference
go.
between like Emmett and Sweetness and Barry. They were finesse. They made sure they didn't get touched. They were spinning off. They were fucking. Are you kidding me? Like Emmett was, I'm gonna run straight through you, and I'm gonna carry as many people as I fucking can.
Emmett didn't get hit by anyone until he was like
Bruh,
6 yards downfield.
look at the film. I would
That's what
send
I'm
you film.
saying.
Like John Boy, I would send you
The
film.
offensive
If you
line
tell
is
me,
so
like,
what he had
dude, I can name
holes.
games. I can fucking name games. I can perfect game where he ran for fucking 200 and some yards against the Philadelphia Eagles on Halloween. They were in the backfield from the word go. By the time he touched the ball, -1 yards, he had contact. It was the most contact after fucking, like fucking after he touched the
Yards
ball.
after
The
contact.
yeah, I'm fucking drunk.
I
It
know.
was
I'm
the
helping you out.
most. It was the most, man. So like you can't say that.
Yep. And
He
that was
had a
the
good
most.
line. He
It
had a
was
good
the.
line. I'm not taking that from him.
He had a
But
great
he
line.
also didn't have a good line at times.
They
He
all
had
do.
six years. He had 6 years of a good fucking line. 6 years. After that, dude, like 6 years. He had fucking 6 years. In those 6 years, he only got 7,000 yards in those 6 years. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like you
So
can't
you're
say,
saying he did better when his offensive line sucked than when they were good?
dude, fucking, he was fucking,
He had 6 years with a good O line. Walter Payton had none. Barry Sanders had none.
and
Or
then
maybe
fucking,
one or two. I don't
dude,
know.
dude.
I'm just saying. Okay, we don't
They're
need to get
different.
on the running back
Like
things.
we can't
We could
argue
do
about
a
this because you're
yeah,
not a Cowboy fan,
yeah.
and I'm not. Like
We could
the difference between me and you is I celebrate. If
yes.
Sweetness had as much years
Oh,
as Emmett, and if Barry had as much years as Emmett, Emmett wouldn't even be in a topic. He'd be fucking top three.
are you
But
telling me
what I'm saying
are you
right
saying
now,
I'm not a are you
what
saying
I'm
I'm not a
saying
good
is
guy?
that this is where we're at. This is where we're at.
You
He's a
saying
leading
I'm not a
rusher.
good
Like
guy. I don't
he's a leading rusher, and I'm sorry that it offends you, but he is. This is what he is.
it doesn't offend me. It offends me that you don't think I'm a good guy.
No, you're a good guy.
I
I'm
can't
sorry.
argue
I'm drunk. I'm sorry. I'm
without
drunk.
getting mad.
I'm drunk and high as shit, man. This is probably one of the worst. We can't do podcasts
We're
after
gonna do a
late.
whole
We can't
fucking
do it late. We can't
episode.
do it late. I'm drunk. I'm drunk and high.
We're gonna do a whole episode on running backs, dude, because people want to talk about Eric Dickerson, and they should.
You should.
So yeah. So we'll move off
Jim
that.
Brown, like
Yep.
the great running back. I love Renegade.
Yep.
We'll talk about that. That's
We're still trying to get you to pick what game do you have this week that you would bet $1 million on?
I would bet $1 million on Texans Jaguar game on
Let
Texas.
me see. I'm gonna look at it. That one that is that's
Hey,
Jags. Okay, that means Jacksonville's traveling to Houston, and they have Jags at -6.5. So if Jacksonville beats Houston by a touchdown, that's what you're calling? You're thinking Jacksonville is gonna
no, no,
win?
I'm telling you, I'm betting on Texas. I ain't betting on
Oh
Jacksonville. What the
no,
fuck am I betting? You said $1 million. I'm betting who's
but
gonna win.
I'm telling
Texas
you,
is winning. That's guaranteed.
I looked off ESPN betting, and it has Jacksonville at -6.5.
No, it's got on ESPN. It's fucking it said oh damn. I fucking turned it up so I lost it all.
Jags.
It said
Ja
CBS, it said Houston -6.
What?
Yeah, it says Houston -6.
Okay, I
Yeah,
wrote my
so that's
shit
why
down wrong.
like I would go for Texans all day. Texas is gonna win it. Like they're gonna cover that. Texas is gonna beat the shit out of them by fucking 3 scores, man.
You know, Tank Dell's out, right?
Yeah.
He's probably not going to play.
Hey, we're talking about Trevor Lawrence, man.
Okay,
Like he's trash right now.
he's
His
got
offense,
ETN.
the offense is trash, man.
They have Christian Kirk, dude. They're capable of explosiveness.
Has he? Because if you look at
Yeah,
fantasy league, he got 7 points, man.
not
Three
not
games,
not
7 points. That
not
man got
this
seven
year.
points in three
He
games, man.
hasn't.
He ain't
Neither of
doing
them.
shit. He
They
got
haven't done.
14 yards.
And, and, and they haven't done shit this year. They haven't done shit this year. But I'm just saying. I'm just
If
saying that they're
you're asking
capable.
if
They're
I had $1 million
capable.
to put on a game that's
Okay.
guaranteed win, you're gonna tell me you got something in your heart is saying that Jacksonville might take it
I'm
with that
saying they might.
defense. With that defense,
I'm saying they'll cover.
they're not gonna.
I think Jacksonville will cover.
You think?
They will lose by less than a touchdown. Jacksonville will lose by Jacksonville will lose by a field goal. Fairbairn or whatever his
Fucking
name.
Jacksonville's gonna lose by like fucking 17 points, man.
No, no, they're gonna lose.
Dude, have you seen the games that Jacksonville played before
I
we even
have.
said like let's
I have.
dude like have you seen the games, man?
I have.
The
I
Dolphins.
I think I think yeah.
They struggled against the Browns.
Who? The Dolphins?
Yeah, the Browns beat them. The Browns beat them 18-13. The Browns.
Hey.
And the
So,
Bills, well, that's unfair. That's
dude,
unfair.
it's all
But the
like
Browns, like, let's get back to the Browns,
hold
man.
on. Let's get
The
back.
Browns, man.
Let's retract. If people are watching that have been paying attention, Jimmy has said in previous episodes that teams right now are still figuring themselves out. They don't know who them. They don't know who they are just yet.
No, but
So
All we're talking about right now is
So why are you bringing
bet.
up old shit
The
to
million
make?
dollar bet. The million
Yeah,
dollar bet
yeah,
is that if you were like to bet $1 million on any game
yep.
of all the 32 teams that are playing this week, you want to put $1 million on the Texans, man, to
Nope.
cover a 6 point spread.
I
You're
wouldn't.
saying that they won't fucking win by at least 6 points.
Nope.
That is crazy, man.
I'm saying the Texans win by a
Look at
field goal.
who the Texans played and they beat.
I'm
That's the
saying
crazy part, man. Like
The Texans
they
win.
struggled. Like the Jags struggled against the Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns,
Hmm.
the worst team in my book
But
in
they
the
were
NFL right now, man.
but they were expected to be really good.
They're not. The record don't show it. They should be. There's teams out there that haven't won games, but I think the Browns are worse because they got so many weapons and they ain't doing shit.
No.
They ain't doing nothing, man. Like absolutely nothing.
I think yep.
But you
Jimmy,
wouldn't bet on that game.
no, that's your bet. That's
Mm,
the Jim Dog millionaire bet.
mm.
I was just going against it because I wanted to play devil's advocate because it's fun to play that way.
But you might be right. You
I
might be
might.
right, man. We'll find
Well,
out.
only time
But
will
if
tell,
I might lose imaginary $1 million, man, and that would suck.
dude. But
Because
how
I could
much
have
fun?
done a lot
How much?
with fake money.
Right? How much fun would it be to win $1 million?
Dude, give me 100,000.
Right? Yeah, 10,000.
So give me 20. Yeah, like, give me 12. Give me
Yeah,
12.
yeah, I'll take $1 right now. Fuck it. I'm still gonna look at that shit in the light. It's a $1 bill. I'm like, is this shit real?
I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
I got a question for you. So, do you think that Barkley gonna finish the year out? He's the best running back right now. You think he's gonna finish the year out?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep. I think Saquon fucking pulls off big ass goddamn year. Yeah, I mean he may like suffer like
Twist that
an
high ankle
ankle,
sprain.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like be out 2 games. But
Hamstring
and they
maybe
may
like
yeah,
up to 3 weeks. Yeah.
and then depending on how the team's doing, they may hold him for a week. But yeah, I think he's gonna have a fucking big ass year.
I look, like I said, man, I am by no means a Giants fan, and everybody in the world knows how I feel about the Eagles. It ain't because of the team. Kind of how people feel about me. It's because of the fucking fans, man. The only reason I hate the Eagles is because of the assholes, man. They're fucking assholes. They are fucking. They fucking threw bottles, fucking icicles, fucking cans at Santa Claus at home field, man.
It was
It was their
snowballs.
field.
It
And
was
they
snow.
invited Santa Claus, man. You still fucking bombard them.
Jimmy,
How
it
shit is
was
that, John Boy?
Jimmy, it was snowballs, and it was like 50 fucking years ago. Let it
Man,
go, man.
no. But they're always assholes. They are. Like, dude,
It's Philly. It's
I went
Philly.
to a New York Giants game. Like fucking bullshit. Now. I went to a fucking New York Giants game and a fucking Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. And I fucking just wore black because I was like, I am not getting killed in here.
You knew
Because
you were going to a funeral,
man,
motherfucker.
look. Let me tell you something. Like, I don't trust a stadium that has a magistrate, a hospital emergency room, and a fucking jail. Like, this is how crazy that place is. So I was like, I'm not going there in colors. I seen Eagles fans, like I was sitting behind Eagles fans, and in front of them was a fucking 60, 70-year-old man with his wife with a Giants, the fucking high school chip, Letterman jackets,
Yeah.
all Super Bowls and all the championships and like shit on
Yeah,
the
and all
back,
the
like
fucking
the
numbers
Letterman
and shit.
jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
Old man sitting there, the Giants are fucking halftime jumped up like 13, 14 points. So the Eagles fans, probably like 20, 30s, fucking sitting behind this old fucking dude, fucking cussing at him. You a bitch, stand up. Oh, you don't hear me? These dudes ended up fucking grabbing their beer. Fucking the dude never even said anything to him and turned that shit up on him. Like, these are Eagle fans, man. Like, this is a fucking old grandpa that probably could have been your grandpa that you turn a beer on. You know what I mean? Like,
Artie,
because your
the
team's losing. Come on, man.
stand up comedian Artie Lang has a great bit about uh the jail in the Philadelphia
Mm,
fucking I forget what the hell the stadium was called, but yeah, they had a judge and whatever,
yeah,
and then the guy was down there, and I guess it was a Dallas versus Eagles game,
mm,
and he was a really fucking drunk, and because it is an actual fucking court, and this is again his bit,
yeah.
um, the guy's like, yeah, I'd like to make a statement. He's like, Troy Aikman is a fag. And he's like, holy shit, that is going on actual judicial fucking record. And anyway, he does a whole lot better than me, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's happened
It's
because
crazy,
they have a
man.
prison, they have a
Yeah.
holding cell, they
Yeah, it's
have
crazy. They have
a
everything,
drunk
man.
tank. Yep.
Like I said,
Holy shit. All right, Jimmy, before we go, let's jump into two more things.
come on, man.
One, Brett Favre has Parkinson's.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's fucking.
That sucks. That goes with our previous episodes, probably about the
uh,
CTE thing,
But I don't.
because
It's like
I
baseball
don't know.
players. All right,
Yeah,
so it's like baseball players get it. A lot of baseball players get Parkinson's, and they say it because the artificial turf is turf. Like I think that's probably
my
could be the reason.
grandfather,
Yeah,
my dad's dad died of, I believe, of Parkinson's.
yeah,
But that's a whole nother like podcast because
yeah.
that guy worked for Capone, and then he worked. Yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
youngest, and
yeah, that's a good podcast right there, man.
I'm the youngest of nine kids. So my
Fuck
dad was
yeah,
born
dude.
in 40, and his dad was born, way earlier than that in
Yeah,
Chicago. Anyway, fuck yeah. So Brett Favre was
Parkinson's. Yeah.
Parkinson's, dude. Do you think like so? What happens with all that? Whatever came about all that shit about the
I'm thinking nothing.
Mississippi? Nothing.
I'm thinking nothing because
What?
we never heard nothing else.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I heard
crashed.
yeah, like it disappeared. So I honestly I couldn't tell you because it was like every day like, and then it was
The
just
same,
like
the same thing about his dick thing. It was like his
we're
dick was
done.
out there, and
Yeah,
then within like 3 weeks,
we're done.
nobody heard about Brett Favre's dick anymore.
It's crazy.
And then, yeah, dude, I don't know, but okay, I don't want to get any further than that. And
Yeah, I don't
just
want to talk
now,
about his dick.
just I don't want to talk about. Oh, I'm wearing green and whatever fucking color they are. Did you see that Detroit Lions head coach had to sell his house
Yep. Safety
because one of the daughter, like his kids' friends, like released their fucking
address.
address. Dude. You man, like that's a big scary dude. Like you, I now have to. The market fucking sucks.
Yeah,
My dogs are going nuts because
yeah,
I'm trying to do my
yeah.
impression of a very pissed
Big
off
man.
man,
Yeah,
dude. Because I couldn't imagine having to like right now, be like, oh, we have to get up and fucking move because somebody released my address. Because
yeah.
I, I I don't even know. Like I'm sure he has better areas they
Hmm.
can and then people that set in place, but for someone to like his own daughter doxed him, man, that's fuck.
That tells you about the relationship. Like she did that. She didn't do that because she was like, I just want to share. No, she did that because she's fucking mad. Like something happened to fucking piss her off, right? Like, dude, like this, like,
She's like, Detroit sucks. This place
yeah,
sucks. I want to move out of this, And also, I mean, I don't know what Detroit looks like nowadays, but there's only probably a couple really
yeah.
good places that you could recognize that's where
I mean,
Detroit's
Michigan,
going.
like that's a whole nother topic, but Michigan's pretty bad. The whole state,
Yeah.
Flint, and all that. Like, we're not gonna go into that because it's politics. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's pretty fucking bad. Like, it's pretty fucking bad. You know what I
All
mean?
right. We we've been going pretty good. Do you have a topic before we get to recommendations and then call it a night?
I think I fucking pretty much covered everything except my Hall of Famer kicker.
Ooh.
You don't think Aubrey ain't gonna make it to the Hall of Fame if he stays healthy as a kicker?
All right,
It's very
all right.
rare, but I think
What?
it might happen.
No, the highest scoring players in the NFL in the past like however
Yeah,
long
yeah.
have always been kickers. So don't
Yeah.
tell me it's
I'm
rare,
just, I'm just,
motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
Oh, rare.
For a cowboy,
But
we have no kickers.
but
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I do believe that that kid is something special. I do believe that Aubrey has a fucking leg, and that if Jerry Jones wants to spend money on somebody, he should keep that kid before he spends money on whatever else, because
Hmm.
that guy is scoring more than anyone else in the NFL right now in a fantasy perspective. Not more than anyone else, but he's in
He's
a
carrying my
fucking
team.
yeah. Yeah, dude. Like
He's running back numbers.
that guy is
He's better than
he's
tight
hit
ends. Yeah,
right.
dude.
And it doesn't matter if it's a PPR
Yeah.
league
Yeah.
or just a regular scoring league. The Aubrey, the fucking Dallas Cowboy kicker, that guy
It's the
is
truth, man.
killing it right now. So
I
I
just
don't
want
know where I
to.
was going with that.
No, like you asked me, like if I had any topics, and I just want to
Yep.
talk about my future Hall of Fame kicker, and I'm about to get a Aubrey jersey.
I wouldn't
I'm
call him a
like
Hall of
next
Famer,
time you
but
probably see me, or the week after,
you should.
it'll be number 17 on his chest.
You know who I'm gonna get?
Who you gonna get, man?
Do you remember the guy from uh the Miami Dolphins when he turned the laces out to Dan Marino?
Really, dog? You're fucking like.
Dude, I like to find the humor in fucking teams and fun. Dude, if the Chicago Bears ever had anything close to that fucking funny, I would buy one. I would have had one of their. Actually, I do. I have a Jay Cutler jersey.
Mhm.
But
That's pretty
uh
funny.
yeah, I'm gonna get it, dude. I'm gonna get and that's gonna be my Halloween costume one day. I'm gonna get whitey tighties and then like
Mm.
pack like a fucking full sock and some pool balls behind my pants.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need
Yeah.
pictures, man. I'm glad you told me.
It's a it's a it's a bit Jimmy
Okay.
from the movie.
I know.
All right. So give me your recommendations. If not, I have a fantastic one.
I got one. I got a movie. That was pretty good. It was on Prime. I mean, it cost a little money, like $5.99. But it was pretty good. It was Prime Long Gone Heroes, and it's kind of if you like military movies, it's kind of that, but it's about an individual that was special forces, and his niece gets kidnapped in Venezuela. It's all about the oil,
Why did you
and
have
then
to?
he has to go in there, and he has to try to rescue her. I don't want to say no more because it'll give it away, but that is a fucking sleeper. I did not think it was going to be good, but I was
Does it
like, fuck it,
sound?
it's $5.99, and dude, that's one of the best movies I've seen this year. Like it's
Yeah,
fucking awesome. It's
it
good,
sounds like Proof of Life. It sounds
dude.
like the that.
It's almost like that, but he goes in there with a fucking SEAL Team 6 team
Huh,
and go in there to fucking to remove her, and it's a lot of chaos.
blood.
Yeah, a lot of blood. All right, so it has that
Wow.
character, the main character. You remember the Purge? The dude that had
Yeah,
that fucking
yeah,
'69 Camaro, the
yeah,
fucking dude
yeah.
with black. He's the main character. That's his
Okay.
niece. So and it has a whole bunch of other characters in there throughout movies you'll probably recognize. I can't think of the name, but it's a lot of famous people. It's all famous people.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't know.
So what is it called again? Hit
It
us with
is called fucking Long Gone Heroes.
Long Gone Heroes.
So what you got, man?
You want my
Come
recommendation?
on, man.
On Netflix, The Monsters, The Menendez Story.
Yeah.
Dude. One, we
Yeah.
we lived through this shit. It's a great soundtrack.
I didn't know. Yeah, great. Amazing soundtrack.
And
We're so fucking
okay, we
young.
were so young. We were so young when this shit happened that I don't remember the details, like the fucking the therapist.
Yeah.
I don't I never got the remember Zsa Zsa Gabor
Uh-huh.
during the Naked Gun opening scene when she gets out of the car and she like breaks the fucking light? That I didn't realize that that was an influence on the
That. Yeah.
LAPD during the
Dude, because we were so
Menendez.
young, man. We're like
Yeah.
teenagers, man. Like young teenagers. You know
All
what I
I
mean?
remember was
Yeah.
these kids fucking shot and killed their parents. And that's all I
And cry
knew.
like I remember seeing them in court crying. They were "Ooh," like, yeah. I didn't know the story so fucked.
That's the first time
Dude.
I ever learned about 12 gauges. And I lived in Oklahoma for God
Yeah.
knows how
Yeah.
long at that point. I know we moved there in fucking, I don't know, middle 80s. But yeah, dude, I was like 12 gauge, 20. I was
Yeah.
like, that's when I learned about shotguns and holy shit. Like I'm
Dude,
watching
that fucking show you're talking is so dark. It's so fucking dark. Fucking the trauma
the
is so fucking dark. Like that shit's dark.
what prompted me to watch it was that I've been seeing a lot of stuff online that
Mhm.
the the pendulum's swinging the other way. There's a lot more the Eric and Lyle
Yeah.
are innocent, they should
Yeah.
be let out kind of thing. And so then I watched this with, of course, with an open mind. You have
Yeah.
to. You have to
Yeah.
watch that kind of shit. Um and I'm just seeing things I don't remember seeing back
Mm-mm.
then, and it's causing me to think other ways.
Mm-mm.
So I can't wait to finish it. I'm
Yeah.
only 3 episodes in. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't and I'm being very general because I don't want to be like hardcore either,
Mm.
this way or that way. But
It's the
yeah, dude,
same,
I'm
man.
excited, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that, about the therapist.
Uh-uh.
That piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like you could have just so many other things could have, and then I don't know. I just the Shapiro just where I'm at is
Yeah.
Shapiro just left,
Yeah.
and that
Oh,
female
dude.
defensive attorney
Yeah. I
who
watched the
I
whole thing, man. I
yeah,
watched the whole thing. It's fucking like it's nuts, dude. Like the story, why they did what they did, and all, dude, it's fucking it gets crazy. Yeah.
I'm hoping
It's
I
dark.
see
It's
and
very dark. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm surprised Netflix like of that caliber did something like that because
No,
that shit's fucking
they
dark,
did
man.
they
Like
did the
it's fucking
Dahmer
dark.
thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did the Dahmer thing, and
But
this
no,
is
it's like all right, so like the side we live in now is like I don't know if I can say it when I get banned.
no, this is their whole series.
Yeah, but like
Netflix is doing their monsters. They're doing serial killer. Ed Gein is going to be the next one.
oh man,
And you
that's
know
gonna be
who
good. Yeah.
they have this some super hot. They have the guy, remember the dude from he rode motorcycles uh
The new movie?
British. No. Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be the guy that plays Ed Gein. And I'm like,
That's
oh
my
my
guy.
God. All you're doing is, yeah, you're getting a bunch of women too. That's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I would let that guy make my pussy into a lampshade.
Man.
Like, until you find out what this guy fucking did to people. But what I'm saying is they're casting some super hot fucking character to play this horrible fucking person just to get people to watch.
Dude, I'm fucking excited as you just told me. I did not know that they were doing a whole bunch of series on that, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, because that's my shit, dude. Like, I'm not trying to kill people, but it just intrigues me. Like to fucking see why and how and what, like, reason why they did it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't
It's
understand the Mendez backstory with the whole dad and everything. Like,
right.
I didn't know anything about it And then I saw, I was like, oh, what? Like, what? You know, so like that's the kind of shit that like I like learning. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I feel like this is their answer to Mindhunter when it
Yeah.
got canceled. They're like,
Or
we need
stopping
to,
the Punisher, fucking
yeah,
assholes.
and selling it to
Asshole. That's
Disney
the shit
Plus,
I'm
and
maddest about, man.
yeah,
That was
dude,
my favorite show,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Punisher. Couldn't have
That
done it.
dude was so good. I mean, yeah,
Yep.
but yeah, so that's my recommendation.
Good one,
And
man.
Jimmy, I think we've hit our time. We're
Yeah, and
at
I'm about to go
oh
watch my Cowboys lose.
yes, no, we are not. But I do want
I need them to.
neighbor.
I need
I need
Belichick.
I need neighbors to do well.
Fucking score 3 touchdowns. I need Lamb. Look,
Okay,
I hope it's no defense game because I need Lamb and Fergie.
you
Well,
do
not
need
Fergie.
Jesus.
Hold on,
Jesus is the Lamb.
I forgot. I hope I ain't fuck up my fantasy. But anyhow,
Okay. Well, Jimmy, I love you.
love you, bro.
And until next week, brother, I'm gonna hit stop, cavalry, and shit in.